So, being in the midst of tension can be awkward, right? No matter what relationship you're in, whether it's a romantic relationship um, or just a platonic relationship, it doesn't matter. Being in tension can be awkward. And so it just feels like you're, I don't know, just in this, and you're just in this place of where there's something that's very hard in the air and someone has to cut through it in order for there to be some type of peace in the air, right? So anyway, I was just watching this show and I'll tell you what it is. I love Love is Blind. I love that show on Netflix. Yes, I am a guy that watches that show. I learn a lot. I get to it's fun to kind of nitpick at the relationships that happen on that show, but I do learn some things from the show. And I was just watching an episode where this couple, they were experiencing their first morning together after they have become engaged and are kind of like in the honeymoon state of that engagement right now. And there was just this thick tension that was shared in the bathroom. Obviously, they edit the episodes to where, hours are minutes on the show, even seconds on the show. You don't know all the details and all that, but you could just see that there was tension. I mean, you can just sense it through your TV screen, right? And so, anyway, and it just got me thinking. I'm like, wow, how often do we get ourselves in that kind of situation, whether it's romantic or a platonic relationship, and we're like, how are we supposed to cut this tension? Well, I think that one thing that's a part of an answer when it comes to cutting tension is humility. Humility. Now, before I go on with talking about this, let me just say that when it comes to any advice, when it comes to communication in relationships, whether they're romantic or not, the advice can also be subjective, right? Because it depends on the people in the relationship. So let me just say that as a disclosure. But getting back to humility, humility is one great way to start slicing through that tension. Because, I mean, just according to my experience, there's hardly any time where someone cuts through that tension and humility is not involved. Because, particularly the people that are responsible for the tension, they know why it's there. But it is this whole game of seeing who's the one that's going to budge first, right? Who's the one that's going to apologize first? Who's the one that's going to acknowledge the other person first, right? And it's because it's just this whole thing of I'm right, they're wrong. Someone's going to have to admit those things first. But humility is something that can really, usher in what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is, well, the tension, it just has to break. It has to break so that connection can happen again. You see what I'm saying? Usually, when there is a tense situation, whether you're at a family dinner or if it's just the two of you that just in the bathroom, like my example, no matter where you're at, there's tends to be like a separation. You might not see it in the physical, but there's just that separation of unity there between one person and another person. Then in that separation, there's a tension. The tension's there. But humility seeks out, what's the word? I guess it's restitution, resolve maybe, and it makes room for an apology to happen. And gosh, that can be strong. Sometimes when people reconcile after tension after tension was built, the relationship becomes stronger. It becomes stronger, and it could be a beautiful thing. So yeah, that's my piece of advice for you with this video, is that next time you're in a situation of tension, seek out humility. I know it can be hard. I know it can be tough. You may be even right. But humility is a great thing to have, and it's a great weapon against tension, and it can create opportunity for a stronger connection, love, and just a better future for the relationship that you're in. All right, until next time, peace.